The Reality Check miniseries is sponsored by Kathy Rose Ultimate Dance, Spotlight Dance Cup, Dance Olympus, International Dance Challenge, Dancers Inc., and Showbiz Prime Time.
I'll tell you the positives now. I grew up in dance competition. I'm a former Mr. Dance of America. Back when they held it in the cave. I think it was here in Arizona. The parents used to hold up the lights like this. I grew up in it, started at 10. The very first dance competition that we did, it was a Dance Masters of New England. And Rennie and I were on one side of the stage. We started dancing, and we started dancing to the back wall like a minute and a half into it, okay? For a minute and a half, we were doing it, but it was to the wall. We turned around, and we said to the judges, "There's something wrong with your stage." So the audience laughed. They thought that was so funny. Everybody's laughing. And then they have a big meeting. Can these boys go again? And teachers were running up and going, they shouldn't go again. And other teachers were saying, let them go again. And, you know, that was my first dance competition. Big meeting. Can they go again? Can they not go again? Well, they let us go again, and we won. So that made everybody else even more pissed off because they let us go again. But I remember that because for me, at 10, before that moment in that dance competition, I thought dancing was fun, but if you told me I could go ride my bike with my friends, I'd probably have gone and rode my bike with my friends. But that experience, the laughter, the whatever it was that happened that day, when I went home on Monday, I wanted to dance. And I say it like this because I think it's a good way to say it. I knew on that Monday what my mother meant when she said dance full out. I did not know what it meant until the day after that dance competition. And so to me, I owe that light bulb moment to that dance competition that day that happened to be at the Park Plaza Hotel in Boston. So that light bulb moment was the beginning for me. And we competed in June every year, and I got better every year because I wanted to be good in June. My mother said, you want to be better, you have to take a ballet class. I took a ballet class. You want to be better, I'm taking you to Gus's studio. You're going to spend a week with Gus. And I go back, and I could feel better. And wait, I might not win, but I certainly would have done better than I did the year before. For some reason, I could take it. I could take it. And then I go home, and I get better. And then I go in the next year, and I didn't win. But I went and worked hard and got better. And then, as I grew older, I was a teacher, choreographer, putting my own kids in dance competition. I knew right away that everything about how my students reacted came from me. It was right away, I was a teenager and I figured that out. If I was all stressed out about their number, they were stressed out about their number. If I got upset at a kid because she didn't do a good job, that kid was psychologically devastated for the next couple weeks. I learned that right away. I can't explain why, it just went off in my head. Doesn't mean I didn't want to win. Doesn't mean I didn't want them to do the best that they could. I remember this one time in New York City, DMA, I choreographed this number, the Batman movie, the first Batman movie. So I'm going to say, what would you say, 90s, early 90s? First Batman movie comes out. And when your mind is young, you experiment more than I think you do when you're older. But I threw every prop in the book in the number. There was a mini trampoline, there was a big wheel, and the Joker came across in a big wheel, all these different props. And we went to DMA National. And it was a stage like this, but there was a parquet floor on the top of it, and that parquet floor had those metal pieces that you use to finish off the parquet floor. The kid on the big wheel goes to come wheeling out, hits that thing, falls off the back of it, and the big wheel flies across the stage. Kids come flying out to jump on that trampoline, and they're tripping over the metal thing that's on the side of the stage. People are rolling on the floor. I didn't even watch the whole number, and there was this curtain in the back. It's the Marriott Marquis in New York. There's a curtain in the back, and I pulled the curtain behind me and go, oh no, oh my God, what just happened? Couldn't believe it. They gave it a silver medal, though. But I had my moment, and you know what? Those kids, they're in their 30s now. We talk to each other, especially through Facebook and stuff like that, and that's the moment that they talk about and we all laugh about and all of that stuff was, they say, you still doing Batman numbers, you know? So if everything had gone smooth that day, we wouldn't have had that memory. Wow, that was a good way to put that, wasn't it? If everything had gone smooth that day, we wouldn't have had that memory. He failed in business, 1831. He was defeated for state senate, 1832. He tried another business in 33, it failed. His fiancée died in 35. He had a nervous breakdown in 36. In 1843, he ran for Congress and was defeated. He ran again in 48 and was defeated again. He tried running for Senate in 55, he lost. The next year he ran for vice president and lost. In 59 he ran for the Senate again and was defeated. In 1860, the man who signed his name, A. Lincoln, was elected the 16th president of the United States. He lost. By most standards, he's a loser. Isn't that an interesting thing? And he is, I love the nervous breakdown part because it makes me feel like I'm not so bad off. And I think it's cool he only had one. But that I find to be very inspiring, and when I think things aren't going, I have that as a plaque in my kitchen. And look at what he turned into. Look at what he turned into, an icon. You ask anybody in the world, they'll know Abraham Lincoln. That guy whose ass got kicked so many times in his life. Funny.